Hey everyone, welcome to Ellis Mowers. I appreciate y'all watching as always. Remember, you can find me on my website ellismowers.com. Still a work in progress, but that gives you links to this YouTube channel. It also gives you links to my Instagram and Facebook pages, as well as my email address. So, this next project is a John Deere LX277. I've had an LX, I believe it was an LX280 back earlier in 2021. And this is pretty much a carbon copy of it. It has a lot less hours on it, but it isn't about the same condition, so maybe even just slightly worse. But you know, we'll see what we can do. It doesn't need much. I'm pretty sure all it needs is a deck belt, which is going to be great. And I'll tell you how I acquired it here in just a second as I do a walk around. But let's go ahead and get started. We'll clean it, put a deck belt on it, and sell it back off again. Let's do it. Alright y'all, let me give you the walk around. This is an LX277 John Deere, as y'all can see. 48-inch cut. It has the 17 horsepower twin cylinder Kawasaki engine on it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this hood off without it. Let's see if I can do this here with one hand. If not, I'll put you on the tripod. Now we got it, I think. There we go. It's not the easiest, that's for sure. This is in good condition for a John Deere hood. Most of them are just beat, broken, or completely missing, one of the two. Here's the engine. I already checked the air filter. The air filter almost looks brand new, which is good. Battery is good. Looks like it's from, was it July of 2018, according to the date. Napa Legend, so them things will last forever. I was told that the PTO switch has been replaced recently. That's one of those two-step PTO switches that are on the John Deeres. We have to pull the switch in order for it to cut in reverse. The LX280 that I had over 2,200 hours on it. This one's got a lot less. This one has about 500 and some change. I think just over 500. 523.8. Starts and runs great. I'll start it in just a second. The issue was this guy right here that I got it from. I got in a trade. I did a 2-for-1 deal. I had a Cub Cadet zero turn that came as part of a trade deal from along with this one for a Troy-built zero turn. And so I got what, 2-for-1 and a couple other things plus $300 for when I sold the Troy-built. So when I got the Cub Cadet, I hit up this guy because he wanted the Troy-built and got the Cub Cadet fixed and did a 2-for-1 deal. No money exchange hands, just mowers. That came with it. And that came with it. $1,200 mower is what I guess that Cub Cadet was worth. This may need a hydro. We'll get to that later. Teaser. This right here, if it just needs a deck belt, I can probably get $800 for it. $700 at the absolute least. And that doesn't leave me very much money into that huge zero turn over there. Anyways, here's some more eye candy for y'all. Here's the deck belt that came off of it. This is the primary deck belt. So this is the one that goes from the PTO switch to the mower deck itself. You can probably see why it stopped operating like it should, because of the ungodly amount of grass that's down here. I think this guy was trying to cut fields with it, and it's a lot of resistance on the spindles and a lot of grass under the deck. So this one does not have the mulching kit, which helped add a little bit of value to my other mower. It does have a little bit of rust on the rear of the deck, like all of these seem to do, but the rest of the deck is nice and solid, so that's good. Let me start it up for y'all because it does run. It runs great actually. So let me give y'all. Let me see if I can do this one-handed because Let me give you all on the tripod and I'll give you a walk around. I mean, it starts, runs, drives. It's fine. Got a little bit of a tire wear on the left front, but the tire still holds there. So. It's got a Wix filter on it. We'll give it a nice little oil change while it's here. Service it, make it look really clean. I think that's what I'm going to do first with this mower, is clean it up. And then I'll go about fixing everything else on it. Just because it'd be easier to work with all this grass under there. So, even the headlights work. So, for those who came here for the deck belt replacement, I'm getting into that now. Clean it up. I'll get the deck belt ordered. Hopefully it'll be here in a few days, and that's when I will catch y'all as I replace the deck belt on it. Well, I lied. Skip ahead if you're looking for the drive belt replacement. But I want to show you how to get the deck off, because I really do need to do a number on cleaning this deck, and it's going to be better and easier if I take the deck off. So the primary deck belt's already removed. So there are 2 mounting points in the rear, and this is a super easy deck to get off. One right there. All I gotta do is pull it. Usually, I need a little bit of help here with a hand, and there we go. Yeah, you just lift the deck to leave the tension off of that little spring arm, and then you just pull it. Same on the other side. And you just roll the deck forward to get it off of that front arm down there that you might have just seen me do. And then we're just going to pull it out. Probably either side. Yeah, the anti-scalp wheels might give us a little bit of a fight, but we'll see. Yeah. So let me get a jack, and I'm just going to jack up the front. That way you kind of eliminate the whole scalp wheel issue anyways. You can see these wheels are starting to look a little rough. It actually looks better if I took the main part of the tread off. But you can see it just crap just caked absolutely everywhere on this deck, including underneath it. Let me show you that. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's just bad. So there's pretty much no edge left on these blades either. So it's I got new blades. I'll get them on order, as well as that primary deck belt. I'll take these off. These are looks like they're 9/16 or 1/2, just little bolts. I'll take those off camera. I'll show you what the junk looks like under there before I clean everything off. of the deck, and then I'll put the deck back on and we'll give this thing a nice bath. Alright, so that's most of what I got under the deck. Some of the stuff I got off of the deck back there. And now here's basically everything that was crammed under the spindles here. I didn't get the covers all the way off because there's one bolt on each of them that are rusted out, but I've got access enough to where I can get everything figured out and fixed as good as it needs to. So I'm going to go ahead and clean off all that. And go ahead and, while I got it out, it'd be easy just for me to go ahead and grease all the spindles while I got it out here. And then I'll probably throw it back on the mower and give it a good cleaning. Throw some air in the tires, and then we'll continue on after that. Alright, y'all, that looks a lot better, doesn't it? Looks like we got John Deere green and yellow. What have I done? I took off everything and made sure everything's good. Everything cleaned up relatively nicely. Looks a lot better, a lot more presentable. I'll put the covers back on the deck here. I'm going to let it dry for a little bit. This anti-scalp wheel is actually on backwards, it looks like, so I need to switch that around to the other side. It's also fallen off, but it's still got decent tread under it. It's almost like a inner liner or something like that, so we'll just let that be. That wheel's kind of starting to do the same thing, but that'll be okay. I don't think I've got anti-scalp wheels for this. I may for the rear, we'll see. Anyways, so there it is, all cleaned up. Like I said, I'll get the blades and the belt ordered, and then we'll put those on next. I'll get the tires filled and the oil changed, and that should be good. Well, guys, I was about to start passing the time by getting the push mower done, but the mail person came, and I have blades and a belt for this John Deere. So that's beautiful. That means I can get this thing out of here pretty quickly, I hope. So, it's a cogged belt. I don't know what the difference is between a cogged belt and a regular belt, but I don't know. We're gonna run it though. I know that one of my other John Deere's had a cogged belt. It was a 15 by 14 by 1638. I don't understand that, but that will be the belt for this LX277. What we're going to do is get under here. Hopefully y'all can stay up while I do this. And this is a very easy job for the most part. Just take your tensioner arm and rock it back. Put it on the PTO clutch. Okay, well, give me just a second. I'll get it on the PTO clutch real quick. And now, we'll pull this arm back. I'll put it on the rear pulley. Alright, you see that? Right? So now we're just going to put this back on. It is spring loaded, so you have to pull it out while you do this. And we'll crank this up, and hopefully we have everything moved freely on the deck, so hopefully we have mowing action now. Let's see, I don't want to rip another belt up, but I think I know why the other one wasn't working right. what I thought. He just overstressed the belt and it broke. So that was easy. Like I said, I got the blades on. I'm gonna put the blades on and I'm gonna cut the grass. The blades should be pretty easy. I'll get up under there and show you real quick, and then we'll be done with this thing. Alright guys, I got a little bit lucky, but of course it happened on my last blade, right? So I got an easy out and a left-hand drill bit and was able to drill the remainder of this bolt out. Thank goodness, because if I wasn't able to do that, then I'd be in real bad shape. So let me find a bolt that is the length that I need, and we will put the last blade on. It's always, can never be easy, can it? Oh well. Alright y'all, got everything back on deck and all that good stuff. I put some silicone on the seat. I put a ratchet strap on it, let it sit overnight. Hopefully it'll help. I wanted to cut the yard, but it's trying to rain on me, and I'm trying to beat the rain before it really comes in. So I'm just going to give you all a little tour of the driveway here. Pull the PTO switch in order to get it to go back. That because as soon as you but if it's a working safety switch, I don't disable it. This thing's still got a little get up. We got the driveway blown off. I already took pictures of it because I knew rain was coming, so I'll back it in the, I'm going to clean out the garage real quick. Get a strap on this back portion of the seat, that way it'll stay on a little bit better. But running good. I might back it up a little bit. At least get it out of the rain, right? Excellent. So that's that. I wish I'd have been able to cut grass with it today, but it's the way it goes sometimes. So that's the LX277. I lose more hood pieces every day. I think I've got a little bit of an oil drip somewhere because it does smell a little bit of oil. But on a mower about 20 years old, as long as you just check the oil on it every once in a while, it'll be just fine. Like I said, this thing's good. I like this mower. Better than any sort of Husqvarna or any sort of Lowe's mower that you could buy. Now that right there is probably a good mower too. I just gotta get it fixed. I think it just needs a drive belt. It'll be coming in a future episode. But that's that. I'm gonna wrap up everything in here because I got a lot to clean up here before the rain. So I go from not really having a lot of John Deeres to having quite a few here in 2021, so that's kind of cool. This one's the second LX277 I've had this year, which is kind of neat as well. Both of them are relatively easy fixes. I put new blades on this one just because the ones on it didn't really have a lot of lift, so we're kind of wanted to make this a little bit more appealing. It does have a couple of small rust spots in the deck, but overall the deck's pretty solid. And for 540 hours, you can't really complain too much about the mower. Starts, runs, drives good. It's just got the deck issue, or the hood issue that all of them have. I know what I sold the other one for, and I sold it for $800, and it had 4 times the amount of hours on it. So I'm gonna list this one for. People don't really care about the hours as long as it runs and cuts at this price point. But I might list it for $900 and see what I get. If I get $750 for it, I'll take it. But I ain't taking any less than that for this thing. People trying. What I've noticed with the first one is that people are going to try and get this for the same price as they're going to try and get like a D100 or something. I'm like, no. This is a true John Deere. It's an LX277. This thing was $4,000 new, roughly. Maybe $3,500, and you're getting it for $900, and it still does the exact same thing it did on day one. You know. That's where my thought process is coming. So, I appreciate y'all watching. I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. I haven't really had a lot to do with the LXs because they've come in and they're running and driving and cutting. This one just needed a deck belt. I went ahead and put new blades on it and put that new blade bolt that sheared off whenever I took that bolt off, because I guess it hadn't been off in a while. Luckily, it's a soft bolt designed to shear off, so I was able to drill it out pretty easily and use an easy out. So, again, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video. You got me on my website at ellismowers.com. That's where you can find my Instagram and Facebook links, as well as my email. If you have any questions about these mowers or any other general question about mowers, I'll be checking that. So thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.